Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the same day, a new video. So it's the same day, it's still Tuesday, but you got our first video this morning or this afternoon of me making cafeteria noodles. So if you haven't checked out that video that I posted earlier today, go back and check that one out. It's either going to be, this is either going to be a Tuesday night upload or a Wednesday morning, so we'll see where the time goes. So I'm going to try to get it up as a second video on this Tuesday night. So alright, so if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch that one, or the one from a couple nights ago where we made the Salisbury slow cooker meatballs. These are left over. These are not all of them that are left over. I'm only warming up about 20 of them right now, to give us each 2 sandwiches on these rolls. So that's all we're going to be using for this. We've got some rolls. We've got the block of mozzarella cheese, which I'm going to shred up. And we're going to try this Rayo's homemade 4-cheese pasta sauce. So we're going to warm up the meatballs in here. So I'm going to start getting the meatballs on the stove, and while those are warming up, I'm going to turn the oven on because we are going to toast them so that mozzarella cheese really melts over the meatballs, and then I'm going to shred the cheese. Alright, so let's make some meatball sandwiches. Alright, so I did rinse off these meatballs. All the other ones that are still left over, I left in that juice that came with what we made in the slow cooker, because if this is all we eat tonight or we have any of this left over, it'll go back in there, and I think we'll freeze it for another meal. And I know a couple people suggested with rice, and that is another option, or mashed potatoes. So we'll see what we do next. Alright, so here we are using leftovers to create a whole different meal. I don't think we've ever had Rayo's. I don't think we would. I don't know if we've ever had Rayo's. So, all right. So I'm gonna give it a mix and then get it on the stove. I am gonna put a lid on it because that's one thing I absolutely hate about warming up pasta sauce, is when it starts splashing out of the pot and just gets everywhere. So I am going to put a lid on that. So alright, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to shred up the cheese. Alright everyone, so I am going to shred up the cheese using this cheese shredder that was sent to me in friend mail. I don't remember when, but it was sent to me in friend mail. So I'm going to set this up, and we're going to use it. So for those of you who have never seen these, they're very convenient for shredding cheese. It's got this thing on the side, so when I set it like that, it's got rubber on the bottom, and when I turn that, it sucks it in and it doesn't move. So then you got this piece, and you just put it in here, and then this is the shredder. We have 3 different sizes. There's the thicker shreds of the cheese, and then there's real thin ones, so that's the holes are really small. And then there's like a large slice for like a cucumber slice or something. So, but I'm going to use this one. So you just put it in here. There's on the end of it, there's holes right here, and then this should stick out the back here. And then on the handle, there's a square piece there, and that just latches onto here. And that's all there is to attaching that stuff. So, and then this piece here goes on top when your cheese is in there. You just use this to push it down like that. So I'm going to cut this open, and we're going to shred this cheese. Alright, I just used the scissors. I've got these kitchen scissors I got from the Dollar Tree. A lot of my utensils that I use like on an everyday basis I get from the Dollar Tree. And I just put a plate here because I'm going to take it from here and put it in a Ziploc bag. You just put your cheese down and then just turn this. Oh, shoot. I set it up and I can't turn it because it's hitting the little shelf here. So I gotta undo it here. I just released it. Yeah, so you could just move it all at one time. I hope I'm getting all that in the video. Alright, so I got it back down. Now we're going to go. Oh. Go this way. See how it just drops out of here? It's not perfect. It doesn't fall perfectly onto the plate. But it just comes out of there. And you will get pieces that go underneath, like bigger pieces that will just kind of come off of the cheese. So you can see pieces there. And it gets a little warped here. So, and then I just take this and smash it down. And even when you just think it's finished, I still like go a little bit because you'll get some flat pieces getting stuck in there, and as you turn them they'll come out. So, and that's that. Alright, so that's it. And then you just to take the handle off, there's a piece right here that sticks out. Press it in, comes off, and then this comes out. I just grab all the pieces that are in there. And what I usually do to get these nice and clean is I'll put them in something to soak in hot soapy water right away. That way all the cheese loosens up in there and it's easier to wash. So that's what I'm going to do. And then this piece here, I don't know if you could see, let me bring you guys lower a little bit. Right here, this piece right here, you just slide it down, and then this should pop out just like that. And then the toggle on the back, just bring it back up and it's done. So I don't need to wash this, but I do wipe it down. Alright, and that's all there is to it. The handle I don't usually wash either, but everything else I wash. I'll soak them in hot soapy water. But there's my shredded cheese in minutes. Okay everyone, so I just wanted to show you, this is my biggest bowl that I have, which is the big stainless steel bowl. And I just use a drop or two of Dawn soap, hot water, and I don't know if you can see, but the pieces are in there. I have the 3 pieces in there soaking, and I will end up washing them before I go to bed tonight, so they could air dry overnight. So little things like that. I like to air dry overnight, especially like pan lids and stuff like that. I like to have all that stuff air dry overnight, so I wash it before I go to bed. Alright, and we're almost ready to put these meatball sandwiches together. Okay, so we're ready to get our rolls together. So I'm just going to cut these open. And I've got the pot with the meatballs and marinara, or the pasta sauce. I use these things that were sent to me in friend mail as well to put my dirty utensils on there while I'm cooking. So got that. I was sent 2 of those. Alright, so let's get some meatballs on here. Actually, first I think I'm gonna just spread some meatball or pasta sauce on the roll. And I think also we could get like a little bowl and put some pasta sauce in there so we can dip it if we want to. Many options. We just had a storm earlier, thunder and lightning, but it only lasted for like an hour. So prayers for everyone in Indiana. I know they had a lot of flooding and people lost their lives as well. I think it was Indiana and part of Ohio, I believe. But prayers to everyone out there in that disaster, and also all the states with wildfires. Prayers for you as well. So a lot of natural disasters. Everybody in Hawaii, I think they had that. I don't know if it was a complete hurricane or it got downgraded to a tropical storm, but either way, it was a big storm. So everybody out in Hawaii, a lot of natural disasters going on. Indonesia had I think it was Indonesia, back-to-back earthquakes. Yeah, just prayers for everyone around the world. We need a lot of prayer. I was going to try to do 5 meatballs on a sandwich, 1 in the middle. There we go. This roll is a little bigger. Probably can take 6. Yeah. We'll see. This is going to be so good. It's going to be messy, but good. Alright. I'm going to cover the meatballs back up. And let's throw some cheese on there. It just feels so melty, like creamy, silky, ready to melt all over this. Oop, losing some cheese here, can't waste that. think that's good. Maybe a little more over here. Let's pick up all those pieces, put them on top of the sandwich. Alright, so we're going to get this in the oven, and while this is warming up in the oven, I'm going to go get Glenn ready to sit up so we can eat. Look at that melt. That melted beautiful. If I'd have taken out earlier, all you would have saw is white cheese, but it's starting to spread. So yeah, that's amazing. Alright, so I'm going to use a spatula to grab these up off of here. Whew, those are heavy. Look at that stringy cheese. Oh no! Played with it too much. I'll just make that one mine. Alright. Look at how it's sticking to the other roll. I don't know if we're going to need a knife and fork for these. Look at that cheese. We're also getting a bowl of pasta sauce to dip these sandwiches in. And there is, let me get a different angle. Doesn't look as good from the top. Alright everyone, so there it is. That's a beautiful angle. There we go. There is our meatball sandwiches made from leftover meatballs. So you can take leftovers and make them into another delicious meal. Alright, so we're going to eat, and I'll be back to show you what we got from Pick and Save today. Alright everyone, so we are finished eating our meatball sandwiches, and they were delicious. Absolutely delicious. That melted cheese was so nice on there. And I only had one because I can only take so much pasta sauce. The flavor of pasta sauce, I can only eat so much in one meal. Alright, but Glenn did have two, but yeah, we both thought they were good, and yeah, they were very messy, but messy's good when the meal is good. Alright, so yep, definitely would make it again sometime, but what we thought would have been better as far as the rolls would have been brat buns, because brat buns are like hot dog buns but bigger, meant for brats obviously. We could have just lined them up in there, and because every bite we took, a meatball went shooting out the other end. So yeah, brat buns next time, and then cut the meatballs in half so they're not sliding all over the place. But otherwise it was really good and messy and delicious at the same time. So we do still have meatballs left in the juice from the Salisbury meatballs in the slow cooker. I put those in the freezer. I labeled what they were, and we'll have that. So that bag of meatballs will take us for 3 different meals for 2 people. So but it's in the freezer for another time. Alright, so meanwhile I don't know if I said Pick and Save earlier, but I meant Walmart. We ended up ordering from Walmart because Glenn wanted some canning jars. Not necessarily for canning, he's going to pickle, but he needed a big jar, and we don't have any super big jars. So this is a 64-ounce mason jar, and we got a 6-pack of them. You could see right here, there's a pack of 6, and this is the one that's missing there. but they came with the lids. What he wants these for is he's going to pickle some cucumbers, and he wanted a big jar, so got a, and it was like less than $15 for the 6-pack. So we wouldn't use that necessarily for like pouring super hot water, because this is a Mainstay brand from Walmart, and I don't know if anybody's ever used them as actual canning, but they have reviews of, one, not sealing correctly, and two, the quality of the glass isn't as good as like Ball. So I don't know if it tends to break with hot water poured in it or on it, but I don't know. If you've ever used the Mainstay canning jars, let me know, because what I would like to do, when I make my sweet tea, when I boil the water, I always have to put it in a plastic pitcher, because I'm not sure if it's going to break the actual glass pitcher that I make the tea in. And if these would be able to take hot water without breaking, I would definitely do some of these with my sweet tea. So let me know if you have used Mainstay for canning the jars, and what they are like, the quality, the experience you had with it. So, but now we got a 6-pack of them, and he's gonna pickle some cucumbers probably tomorrow. Alright, and I got to get this in the refrigerator, but I picked up another tub of Cool Whip, and that's just in case we want pudding during the week or Jell-O. So I'm going to go, it's warm in here, so I'm going to go throw that back in the refrigerator. Alright, so we got some stock up items here. I feel better about getting some stock up items. So over there you see the box of Eggo waffles. I took them out of there and I put them in the freezer already, so that is empty. But we got a 24-pack, which that will last us 2 to 3 months. So got that. And for stock up, we got 3 cans of sliced potatoes. And then also for stock up, we got some El Pato sauce. If some of you have never used this, you get them at Walmart. And the yellow can is hotter than the green can, but I use this to make, it's a hot tomato sauce is what it is. And I use that for his homemade salsa. And I ordered 4 of the green ones, and the green ones I use for taco meat, enchilada meat, and the chicken or whatever. So I use this versus taco seasoning because Glenn doesn't like that powdery taste of the seasoning, so we use El Pato sauce. So now we got a decent stock up now. So that's the start of our stock up. Also stock up, I ordered 2 bags. They're sweating right now because I had them in the freezer. These are stock up items. 2 bags of shredded cheese. This is the triple shredded. So I think I am going to leave 1 bag out because we are having chicken enchiladas tomorrow using the leftover chicken from when we made, what did we make with them? Oh, the wraps, the barbecue chicken wraps. So that's coming tomorrow. So I'm going to leave 1 in the refrigerator, put the other in the freezer. Got a English cucumber. I only got 1 because we were in the process of ordering 2 regular cucumbers and 1 English, and he said just get English, so I removed the regular ones, and I forgot to raise the quantity to 2 on these. So we'll see. If we do have 2 regular, so maybe he'll mix and match. So got that. I just got 2 large onions, and if I don't use one in a meal, a whole one, I just wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator for another meal. And then got some jalapenos in a jar for Glenn. When he pickles, he puts jalapenos in his stuff. And then the last 2 items, 2 small 8-ounce jars of classic Catalina. I actually like these small ones because with 2 salads, I could probably eat one. 2 to 3 salads, one is gone for me. So it just means I don't have to keep a bigger jar in the refrigerator. So that has become quite the issue, is our small refrigerator. I'm shoving stuff in a small refrigerator, so got that. All right, so that makes me feel better that we did spend some on some stock up items. The eggs, well, I have no eggs, as you can see. So I went to go order the 60 pack of eggs through Walmart, and because all of the other Great Value eggs were out of stock, and that worries me. That makes me nervous. So I said, I'm getting that 60 pack. I'm going to make sure we have eggs. Well, because I never made it to Pick and Save because I knew we were going to order through Walmart. So I ordered it. It didn't say low stock or anything. And then when the groceries, before they got the groceries, they sent me a message, it's out of stock. So I still don't have eggs. I was going to run an errand today, which I did not. So I will be running that errand tomorrow, and I'm getting eggs tomorrow because we are down to 6, and that always makes me nervous. So I get nervous when I don't have a certain amount of things. So that's just me. Flashbacks to 2020 when food ran out, and that's my biggest fear, is that we'll be without. So that's why you see a big canned goods stock up on our shelves, and I want to make sure we're set. Alright, so that is everything that we ordered from Walmart today. Yeah, so I don't know what tomorrow will bring. God only knows. So we'll see what we're doing tomorrow, and I have plans of chicken enchiladas, so we'll get that video done, and I don't know what we're eating earlier in the day. So whatever happens, happens. Tomorrow's a new day, but tonight, that's it. Alright, so that's going to be the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to watch our videos. We appreciate all of you and the support you continue to give our channel. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.